Hi friends, this is Kelly. This is my pops, Frank the Tank, my dad. And he is gonna show us how to make his favorite refried beans. They are the best in the West, or in the country, by the way. So, here you go. These are the ingredients.
Well, these are the ingredients. Okay. Tablespoon of mayonnaise. Evaporated milk.
How much evaporated? 1 can?
And I'm going to use, I usually use a big can if I'm going to use canned beans. But the best beans are from scratch. But we're not making them. This is going to be a very quick way to make refried beans and it tastes wonderful. And these are the beans I have here. And I've put 13 small cans. I usually use the big cans. And this is where we're starting. I got the heat on.
And how much water do you put in there?
I take most of the juice out.
Okay.
What you'll do, you'll have a soup. And you don't want a soup. And what you want to do, it's going to take a long time to make these beans because you're going to have to stay here for at least 45 minutes mashing them up and rolling them up while it's simmering.
Show us how you do it.
Yeah. Okay. Show us how to do it. So you just put a little bit of water in there, right?
Right.
And you put 9 cans of beans in there?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to put
a whole can of evaporated?
A whole can evaporated milk.
I don't think I can fix that. I don't think I can do this on yours.
Then I will get a tablespoon. Give me a tablespoon, Kelly.
Oh. Here we go. 1 tablespoon.
Okay, there's no lard in this. It's healthy. And usually if you want to make the best beans in a restaurant, they'll make it with lard. Instead of having lard, I put a double large part of mayonnaise, and that's it.
Just 1 tablespoon.
And that's my mother's secret. And I shouldn't be telling anybody because she would be mad, but she's in heaven now, so I don't think she'll mind that. So then what you do, you just keep on. This is going to take 45 minutes to an hour, okay? You see the beans like that, you see the milk, you see the mayonnaise melting, then I want to mash them.
Don't you need cheese?
The cheese comes last, okay?
Okay.
You don't have to put the cheese in now. When it's really refried and like this.
And you have to get it hot? Do you have to get the beans hot to mash?
Yeah, you're gonna get and it's gonna be simmering and you wanna let it simmer. It'll come to a boil, but you don't want it splattering all over the place, just simmer it.
Okay.
And this is gonna take a long while, okay? So you have at least, and see the way they are right now? They're gonna be smashed, mashed. Just like potatoes.
Why does it take so long?
Because you're refrying them, you're cooking them, and you're losing all the excess juice, and you're making almost like a smooth bean. These are whole beans. See how they are like that?
Mm-hmm. How do you know if it's too runny or not? That's my problem when I try to do this.
Well, you won't have to worry about that because you keep on simmering it, you're going to lose a lot of the water.
You keep doing it and just for 45 minutes on simmer?
Yeah, off and on. I mean, you don't have to be here. My mother used to make me do this like for an hour. My arm would almost fall off.
Okay, Dad, so what?
Okay.
I know you get the big, huge cans.
I get the beans and I get like this. Okay, now I got these beans and I took most of the liquid out. Now I'm going to put the beans in the last 4 cans. Okay? And it doesn't look like there's very much, but in these small cans, instead of using the great big cans, that's what's going to happen to you. And see the beans? The beans are kind of a light colored.
You want them that way, right?
You want them that way. You get a can of beans and you open it up and they're real dark. They're old beans, okay? And they're going to give you a lot of problems. Old beans
Or nada?
are nothing. You don't want old beans. You want light light beans or white beans. And they're pinto beans, but they're supposed to be like a white color to it.
What's if you did cannellini beans?
Well, you could use different kind of beans, but
These are refried beans.
yeah, these are pinto refried beans. These are the ones you can make tostadas with. You could have them just as
Oh, it's so good.
bean burro,
This is
and you just want to eat them and eat them and eat them.
I know.
And this takes a lot of the gas out, so you don't
So
have
you
to
won't
worry.
have gas?
No, you won't as much. If you eat them whole like this, you'll have a seance at night, and you don't want a seance. Have your
What's a
sheets-
seance?
That's when your sheets are floating, so you don't want that to happen.
Since my dad says that he's been doing this for 45 minutes, I thought I would try something more current. Move over, Rover, and let Kelly take over.
Yes, Kelly.
I forgot how to use this.
This looks dangerous.
It's a mixer.
What is that thing?
This is called an emulsifier.
What is it?
How do you feel about technology getting in the way of
Yeah, Dad.
your old school techniques?
They're old school meat.
Well, if it can make it easier than the old way, that's good. As long as it tastes good.
Can you make this like soupy or?
Oh yeah, have it easy. You'll be fine because you have plenty of bean there.
How do you know how much exactly how much?
Just figure it out. As long as you see whole bean, you haven't got nothing. There's a lot of beans. That,
Looks like soup. Am I doing it wrong?
no, don't worry.
Will it be good?
Starches are thick and thick. The more it evaporates, the thicker it'll get.
Oh really?
You'll make enchiladas with it. Yeah.
Don't you think this is easier than mashing it for 45 minutes?
Well, yeah, mashing it, but you gotta stay there with it. You gotta cook it and keep on cooking it and keep on cooking it.
You cook it for 45 minutes?
Yeah, you have to get rid of all the.
Look at that.
I think she shaved about a half hour off.
Dude, I think I shaved a half hour off your beans.
Yeah.
Easy.
I usually get what
Look
I
at
do.
that.
I take a shortcut. I'll put it in a blender, half of it in a blender, and then do it. If you have to keep on.
Dad, I cut your cooking time in half.
Well, you're modern. I'm old school. That's why I'm so old. That's good enough.
Look at that. Bam!
Well, you.
Dad, look at this.
I know. You're beyond my scope of imagination. You're fantastic.
I made it so good. Look at this.
Well, they'll be better after I refry them.
Now what do you do after you fry them? How do you know? You have to let it thicken more?
Well, you'll see. I got to let it simmer, and we're gonna do this for.
I'm telling you, these are the best beans. And what I love about
The
these...
longer you cook them, the better they're gonna be. Okay.
Okay, so what's long?
Well, 45 minutes.
Well, that's
Or
because
an hour,
you didn't
yeah.
have the technology, like...
Well, but you have to cook. That's the way you have to do it to make them taste better. Okay. And that's without the cheese. The cheese.
Oh, the cheese
adds another.
And you get the Mexican cheese, right?
Right. You just have to. When it starts simmering, and you have to do it, you want it to
Did you want this
refried.
kind of cheese? Or did you want the Mexican cheese?
No, that's good cheese to make quesadillas. That's good for quesadilla. That's for tortillas. You put it and you melt them and you turn them over. And that's a. See how they're cooking right now?
So my dad said that there's evaporation happening. Now you had it on high heat for a long time. Since when it started to bubble, he reduced it down to like a low medium, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he says to give it a little bit of flavor, he puts powdered garlic. How much do you put in there?
Just enough to put the flavor into the. You won't taste the garlic when you eat it, but it just automatically tastes better than it did before.
Do you put any salt or pepper in it?
No, I might put a little pepper at the last, but I'm leaving it like this. Then what I do is put the cheese, and the cheeses will give it the extra flavor that.
That was quite a bit of garlic there.
Not for this much. That wasn't. I put enough garlic there for the witches to leave.
You could.
So-
You don't have to do it consistent. You could wait a little while and let it cook more in the bottom, and then you do it again. But if you leave it like that, you could actually feel the thickness.
No, it's getting thicker and thicker. You're right.
Underneath.
Yeah, underneath. Yeah.
that's why you have to keep on moving it. Actually, what you're doing,
I think it looks pretty good now. Like, how do you know when to finish?
Well,
How do you know when it's done?
You're gonna taste it. You're looking good for the taste. It's just, you know it's gonna take a long time to get the refried flavor, because you're refrying it, right? You can stop. You don't have to do it every minute. It's frying it right now. It's frying it. Okay. Under the bottom, it's cooking it.
Right.
Then in a little while, you can leave that right here. In a little while, you're gonna do it again.
Well,
And
it's like
again.
bubbling.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good. You want it
Yeah.
to bubble?
Yeah.
Okay. So then, when do you put the cheese?
when you're done.
So yeah, it is getting thicker.
I
So
know it is. So you keep on. My mom.
So
used to
your
make me
mom,
do it
your
all-
mom used to make you sit here and stir it for 45 minutes.
Yeah, she had me doing it like that. I said, "Am I done?" She goes, "No, keep it up. I'll let you know when it's done."
Well, and how do you know when it's done? It just till it gets really thick.
Yeah, well, the time. You know, it takes that time to make the refried beans. It takes a certain amount of time to do it. I mean, you can do it in 5 minutes. You're still not going to get
The flavor.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna taste it. Tastes good without the cheese.
Oh, yeah, okay. Okay. Now, okay, I'm gonna get the cheese out.
That is
Keep on
delicious.
mixing it.
It's right here, Dad.
Huh?
It's right here. So how much do you do?
Okay, we're gonna mix some cheese in it,
Okay.
and then when we're done, we'll just leave it on top, and it'll melt, and you know, it'll. This is. You could go with your taste. If you like a lot of cheese, you can put a lot of cheese. If you just want a little bit,
I'm cheesy.
I know, but I was gonna say something, but I better not.
You're
Yeah.
both cheesy.
You're cheesy.
The apple never falls far from the tree.
This looks
Okay.
so good. This is so tasty. These are my favorite beans. I guess I never really make these because I don't want to stir this shit for 45 minutes.
Okay. All right.
But I don't think you have to, really. You just have to make it thick. I don't think it takes 45 minutes.
No,
I-
you have to refry the beans. You have to cook the beans over and over again.
That's the
the
secret?
That's a secret. It takes a long time.
I guess I don't have patience. Maybe I'll have Jolie do it, huh?
Now you taste that, and then what we're gonna do, we're gonna leave them. Taste it again.
Oh my god. I'm telling you right now.
Oh yeah.
You could use this as a
Oh,
dip.
that is fantastic.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Oh,
fantastic?
it's so good.
And it's
So
not
good,
even
Frank.
done. Thank you.
Oh,
Terrific.
Yeah.
And that's it?
And that's it. You're gonna.
you can make this with tostadas. You can make bean burritos. You can make a dip.
You can make it with your meal. You can do it, and it gives a flavor for your red chili, your green chili, your rice and beans. This is it.
This
And
is
that
it.
is Frank's bean dip.
Frank the Tank.
Yeah.
Voila. Thanks, Dad.
Honey, does it taste better?
Oh God, it's so good. I think it needs a little more cheese.
Well, we know that I'll put the cheese and let it melt. You can cover it.
And
Okay.
then leave it, and then turn it off, and then leave it until tomorrow.
Oh, this is the grand finale.
Oh, here we go. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
It's bubbling.
It's bubbling.
Yeah, that's
Should I
fine.
turn it off?
Yeah, we're gonna turn it off right now.
Okay.
Cover it
All
up.
right.